Taking my dick out for Harambe.
Yeah,
It's
dude,
not-
the Harambe shit is hilarious.
It's not who has it, it's who doesn't. I mean, that's the...
Right. Like what? Like.
I heard the NFL stopped selling Harambe jerseys.
No,
Like,
they brought
What
it
do they
back.
do again?
They brought it back.
That's so crazy that they like ever tried to ban it in the first place. Like,
You're under arrest for taking your dick out in a place where you're supposed to take your dick out.
I mean, who's just gonna go to an adult movie theater just to like watch a movie?
Thank
Right.
you.
it's just like
Thank you.
a bunch of
Well,
creepy dudes with
First
huge
off,
boners.
who's gonna go to an adult movie theater?
Well, I feel like
But-
that was a thing of the past.
Assuming
never-
you're
Before the
going,
internet.
You've never been?
Well, it was the age before the internet, right? I mean,
Yes.
porno just came in like you found it in the woods, and
It's
and,
like-
you know,
Your dad's closet.
your
Yeah, I
dad's
was gonna
closet.
say, yeah.
It's always where it's located. Why
dad
is it
was-
always in the closet?
you
My
couldn't
dad-
actually purchase porn. It was just passed down from generation to generation without the previous generation's knowledge.
Imagine
One-
the bush.
There's just one batch of porno made in
70s bush.
1978, and it was passed around for
right.
15 years until the advent of the internet. It was all we had.
God,
Yeah, it got real weird.
thanks, Obama.
See the intro now, so we can leave that tag on the front. I like that.
All right, cool.
Just the okay.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us for another Last Call podcast. My name is Mikey T. I'm joined with Tristan this time as usual,
Hello.
but we also have two guests. A
Sorry.
large bird.
The return of the sports bird.
Actually, it's sort of a classic homage to our previous podcasting efforts because we
That
have.
is true. That's right. Two previous podcasts come together.
It's like a
So
sexy mashup.
those of you coming here from Guycast will remember Adam
Sports bird Adam Guy
Yes,
Phoenix.
what's going on?
As he
And,
Good to be
uh,
back.
from the original Last Call podcast. We have Caleb joining us.
Que paso?
So yeah, so we'll talk about having our dicks out. Is that
Batman versus Superman. Is that what we're?
That's
that's
where
taking
we-
your dicks out at a Batman
please,
versus
God.
Superman.
that's where we left
Don't get
off.
me
I just-
started on DC
makes me,
Cinematic
makes
right
me
now.
hard.
Dicks out v
Full
Superman.
on
That was
erection.
the hardest
We-
recording I've ever done. Trying to get 6 people's opinions on Batman versus
Wasn't it
Superman.
horseshit?
Dude,
I never saw it. I didn't see it.
it
so.
was garbage.
Yeah, it
Garbage.
So
garbage.
it's
garbage.
6 people saying it's horseshit for like
Yeah,
10
but
minutes.
everybody's got their own take.
No, there was actually
Everybody-
one guy that loved it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Josh did love it.
I don't know if I wanna be
Everybody's got
friends
their
with that
own
guy.
Take.
We
Everybody's
could-
got their own bit they want to do.
We
like-
could talk about Suicide Squad because that was equally bad.
Yeah, I didn't see that either. And
I
I
didn't.
heard it was also
It's
terrible.
I
bad.
want to like it though.
It's
Okay,
not,
okay.
dude.
How about this? If I want to like it, am I gonna like it?
No,
That's Tristan's
I
like
don't think you will.
go-to for movies.
There-
Like he's just like you go into certain movies with an attitude like if you went to see like Ninja Warrior or whatever the fuck we saw that one time.
Ninja Assassin.
Ninja Assassin. If you go into that movie and hate it, like that's your fault. Like you're an asshole if you don't
Yes,
like that.
That's true.
No,
Yeah,
that movie-
you
that
know
movie
what
was
you're getting
terrible.
into.
What are you talking about?
It
Ninja
was
Assassins-
terrible.
Yeah, it was bad. It was terrible.
Objectively, it was terrible, but something could be terrible and I can still enjoy it.
I agree completely.
but
Suicide
I have
Squad.
there has been movies where I go in and I want to like it, but I don't.
And you don't,
I mean,
sure.
It happens.
I will say this: Suicide Squad. There's a distinct moment in the latter third of the film where you can tell that second unit took over and just didn't give a shit.
Really? Like you can
I-
tell that like
I
that
never
group of
bothered seeing it.
people,
I-
I wouldn't. There are some really good performances in it, to be honest with you, but they do what they can with shit.
I heard they did like several reshoots because the whoever the
David Ayers was the director.
the director wanted it one way and the movie company wanted it a completely different. They
Studio-
wanted like a
yes.
happy like superhero film and he wanted more of a dark film and it just like clashed and turned out being shitty.
From what I understand, there were 3 cuts going on at the same time. There was David Ayers, the director, his cut. The studio wanted a cut, and then they hired. Okay, so the people that shot the trailer that made the movie looked amazing. The studio said, "Why don't you guys make your own cut too?" And then they kind of were like, "Which one is best?" And they went with the one that the trailer company cut.
So did it look like, was the whole movie like a music video? Because that's pretty much all I got out of the trailer.
At times, yes. I didn't mind the music so much, but the movies,
Margot Robbie though,
yeah,
my lord,
yeah.
she's an attractive lady. I would kiss her face.
Man, she's smoking
Would
hot.
you grab her
Wolf of Wall
pussy?
Street. Yeah, I would grab her right in the pussy. Grab her by the pussy.
Oh, there we go.
Trump, make America great again. No, I'm just kidding. That's
I
terrible.
want to talk about that. I don't even know how to approach that subject.
We just
I think we
roasted
just
it.
did.
We just
Yeah, we
Just headline: Trump said, "What is even
Some
the
horrible
phrase?
things,
Because
yeah.
it's not a phrase.
grab her by the pussy.
Grab her by the pussy.
Yeah,
First of all, no one says that. That's not a thing. That
I mean
you do.
that's
Wait,
amazing.
It's not a grabbable
We need to
surface.
get the red hats that make America
Oh,
great again,
dude, yeah.
but say grab her by the pussy.
We should do that for Halloween. We'll all be Trump. We'll just wear the different
Oh.
grab her by the pussy hats. I love it.
With some other horrible phrase that he said.
Yes.
So many.
How is it possible that half of this country wants him to be president? I don't want to live here anymore. What the fuck?
You can't leave. You
I
can't-
guess I could.
Is there a place
I
where
mean,
we could
Montreal
go
was
where,
pretty
like,
tight. I would go back
our-
there.
It was weird. It was weird, but that place it was pretty tight.
It was
That
dope.
All right, who wants a shot? I mean, I know
I
I do.
have
what do we
one.
have? Are we out of regular Jameson?
Oh, no, that's Jameson right there,
That's
right?
Jameson.
Oh, is it? Is it like fancy Jameson or is it
No,
like
that's just the
normal
regular.
It's just in
I
a
just-
decanter,
I
so
kinda
it
Jameson?
looks
It's just
fancy.
a fancy decanter.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll take
I
some.
buy.
Oh shit, we forgot the Jafar.
No!
sand.
Oh, turn the Jafar saying.
Follow me to a place. Dude, Aladdin
Wait.
is a tight movie. Is the sand going?
Yeah.
That thing's amazing. Where do you
I don't
see it.
think it is.
It's-
Can you?
I can see
Where
it.
do you
I
get
can-
a
Oh, yeah, it is. All right.
where does one purchase a 1 hour sand
From a
glass?
dark shop on a corner,
Like what? Like that's
lit by a single candle.
that's definitely made with black magic,
Yeah.
right? Like
Gotta-
there's evil spirits in
Oh no,
there.
it's bought from the little vendor on the road at the beginning of Aladdin.
Yeah, right.
Really?
You know?
Jafar
Oh.
lives in there.
I bought that and a Mogwai.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say it comes from the dude who sold him the Mogwai.
Don't get it wet.
Okay, Jameson.
All right,
J-Mo.
Don't get him
Killed
wet.
the rest of
grab
the,
him by the
uh,
pussy.
killed the rest of
Um,
the tequila, so you have to.
So this is just like
on
amazing.
their own.
It just feels like I'm right back at home on Guycast.
You
Just
want some of this?
hell yeah, dude. When have I turned down liquor?
Well, I don't.
It's weird.
Is that Frank trying to break out?
Yeah.
Mikey's got this cat here that is trapped in like a room. I feel so terrible for it.
He's-
Just let him free. Free Frank.
You could've
Hashtag
gone-
free Frank.
You could have gone in there and
I would have just let
He's-
let him loose. Listen to him. He
Oh,
wants to be
man.
part of the show.
Frank Cast
Frank.
Frank Cass.
He would like hop up on the
Live-
keyboard and like
live from Meowschwitz.
he would definitely just
I would love if we could mic up the
Fuck
cat
shit
on the
up.
podcast.
I'm sure.
Just put a mic over there.
That's the lav mic tone.
I was gonna say you're probably gonna pick up some of that.
Oh, we do have a fifth mic now. We could just plug that shit.
Put that in the
right
room.
by the door. Just like aim it
Terrible.
under that door
I
crack.
want
I'd want a
you.
second video of just his paw coming out from under the door and hitting the microphone.
All right, well,
All right,
To
quick
grabbing
cheers.
pussies.
Friday night.
Yeah.
It's 4 dudes in a dark room.
Good lord.
This is how horror movies start.
Yeah.
Welcome to Last Call Podcast.
And
You
gay
roofied
porno.
me, didn't you?
LastCallPodcast.com. SoundCloud.com/The Last Call Podcast.
Dot
Oh my
net,
gosh.
Dot
Find us on
org.
iTunes.
Dot
I think that's all the plugs.
All right, and we're done.
And
of course.
Okay, see you later.
Yeah.
Well, and now we will make odd noises for an hour.
Yeah.
But-
Don't challenge them.
It's like, oh,
They'll do
here we go.
yeah, the minions.
They'll do
Alright,
it. That's all it was.
So, our talk about the elections and then also Suicide Squad made me think of
Killing yourself naturally.
If you had to end it,
yeah.
how would you?
but the
Oh, that's a good question.
remember the drinking
Ooh.
game though for the debates. It was like anytime Trump mentioned the wall making America great
Wow.
again.
Did you play that?
Did you die?
We were playing it,
For
and
like
it
the
was
first
Playing.
20 minutes and then realized
it
that
was not
Brutal.
good.
Brutal.
So the next drinking game is for Halloween. Drink every time you see somebody dressed as Harley Quinn.
Oh, okay. Or
And
a
then
creepy clown.
Jesus.
Finish your drink every time you see somebody that shouldn't be dressed as.
Ah, that's so. Yeah, you're
Harley Quinn.
definitely gonna die.
Yeah, it's just nonstop drinking.
So-
man. Although there will be a few that'll make it all work.
I don't know.
yeah.
I have a lot of kids in my neighborhood. I don't.
Ugh.
I don't think many of them are going to be dressed up like Harley Quinn.
I don't think that game is designed to be played
Yeah.
around third graders. I'm
Designed to be
pretty
played at the bar. So I heard that University of Maryland banned all clown costumes on Halloween
Oh my
because
God,
there's so
people
much
are
creepy
so
clown shit going
fucking
on.
Annoying.
It is really wild, like this clown phenomenon, just like
Is it the
spreading
clown
the nation.
phenomenon where
It
they
is.
just happen to get all these artsy, interesting photos of clowns in the deep woods, and then they post them on social media like, "Oh, we found this fucking clown out there.
Well-
Somebody come help me. He's gonna slaughter my children."
I saw one was a clown with a knife, like chasing some dudes. Probably staged, but
Right?
it looked
yeah,
pretty creepy.
Exactly. Like it's not. They're not actually. I mean, it's
Are
creepy
people
as shit. Don't get me
really that
wrong,
afraid of clowns? Like, honest to God.
Some
Like,
people
seriously.
are.
I don't
And I
like
get
clowns.
that. Some people are. But seriously, like, do you have nightmares about clowns? Like,
No.
That's my point. Like, it does.
But if
seem-
someone was dressed up as like a clown, like just randomly on the street, like in a regular everyday situation, like the streets of Baltimore, I'd be like, "What the fuck is this?" Like that would be fairly terrifying if I saw a clown, especially holding a knife.
Think of the
But-
poor birthday clown that now has to completely rethink
Yeah,
his
right.
business model.
Your career is over, bro.
It always reminds me of Stephen King's It, and trust me when I say that Pennywise really wasn't the worst part of that story. The worst part of that story was the gangbang that
Of
happened.
course, yeah, that was the weirdest part of it for sure.
amongst the preteen
Yeah,
kids.
that was pretty
So
odd.
I've never
It's
seen
just
it.
bizarre.
Neither have I. oddly.
It wasn't in the
Yeah,
movie.
I've-
It wasn't in the
No,
movie.
no,
the original
they
film.
yeah, that no.
Because it didn't make the cut. It was in the
Oh,
book.
but there is a.
But
There's like
it's
a
in the book.
graphic
Yes.
sex scene
Okay.
between
Okay,
like
so-
13-year-olds.
So
Yeah.
two-part question. Number one, it looks like it probably doesn't hold up. Is it worth a watch at this point? Two, the book is long. Is it worth reading?
I loved the book.
The book's good.
Yeah, the book.
Yeah,
the
the book's
movie.
tight.
The
Yeah, it's
previous
solid.
movie was not that great.
The new one coming out
Could go
Have to
either
wait
way.
and see. Yeah,
The,
could
the,
go
I
either way.
like the.
I'm willing to
the
bet they leave
scene.
out the preteen gangbang in this one too, though.
You know,
Fucking
I
bullshit.
think I read. No, I
Not
think I read
not
that
getting the hard
they're
R.
going to include
Some
some
elements of it?
elements of it.
That's
They're-
disturbing.
Yeah, so I don't know. It'll be
No
pretty
wonder
fucked up.
Cary Fukunaga stepped away from
I
it.
like
Jesus.
I like the clown costume. He looks much creepier in this one.
All right,
I
so
agree
hold
with
on.
that.
What? Speaking of things that don't hold up well, I saw the trailer for the new Legends of the Hidden Temple movie.
I meant to watch the trailer. I haven't seen it
I
yet.
haven't seen it
What?
yet.
I saw it in passing, and I was like, oh, whatever. It looks like some generic like Maze Runner or one of those like
Mhm.
preteen things. But then we
It's my
just
favorite genre.
yeah, it's the best films ever.
Fucking love that shit.
But we watched it while we were waiting for you guys to get here, and it really does look like a movie version of the show. Like there's still a kid with the like bright yellow bicycle helmet on, and like a blue shirt, and it's like how do you incorporate that into a movie?
Yeah, like what? Oh, okay. So they think they're competing on a game show and then they get magically transported or something like that.
Yeah, it's gonna
to
be
an
some
actual hidden temple.
like shitty
No idea.
Jumanji ripoff.
Well, that's what they're doing now, right? They're redoing Jumanji.
No,
except
no,
I think
it's a sequel.
My God,
I'm just throwing it out there. Been approved. It's a sequel.
is it
It is a sequel.
I hate people.
I just want to know,
What's going on?
isn't the Rock in that?
He is.
The Rock, Jack Black?
What was the
Who's the
redhead?
third big
the,
name?
The redhead chick from Guardians. Well, she didn't have the chick that played Nebula in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh,
She
is
was
that
also
who it
in-
is?
Yeah, she was
Oh,
also
okay.
in Doctor Who, I think. No,
Hmm.
not Doctor Who. What Doctor Who?
I don't know.
Whatever.
Gold jacket, green jacket.
She's
who gives
hot.
a shit?
Whatever.
I don't want to harp back on the Marvel films, but I am excited about a hard R Wolverine film featuring an aged Wolverine and a super old Professor.
Do you have an
X.
erection, or how hard are you for a hard R?
I'm
This is
not.
two
I'm
podcasts
not,
in a row. We've talked
Yeah.
about Tristan's.
Yeah.
I
penis.
didn't. I didn't
On a
bring
scale
it up.
of
For the record, I did not bring it up.
semi-chub
And just-
to hard.
Just to be clear, when you
That-
said hard R,
Hard R.
I was like, "Are you talking about the N word?" I was like, "What the hell kind of what the
Person,
hell
are you?
kind of
This is
movie
definitely-
are they making?"
Yeah.
You saw that the first poster dropped this week, right? For Logan.
which is a great poster.
It
I
is a
mean,
pretty
I don't want to
poster.
say it makes it look like a great movie. It's a fantastic poster.
And the first
I don't want to get my hopes up because I wanted Old Man Logan, but that's not going to happen. So it's going to be some.
No,
version of
it's
it.
based on Old Man Logan,
Yeah, but
from
they
what I
don't
understand.
have they don't have any of those properties. They don't have any of those rights. It's going
What
to
are you
be
talking
like
about? You're talking about the Marvel 20th Century Fox type thing?
he can't. The Hulk can't be in it.
No, yeah, he can't. There's a lot of
Spider-Man
stuff.
can't be in
No,
it. All the major characters. None of those
Oh,
things.
that's
can
right,
be in
because
there.
it's Because Spider-Man's off with what? Sony?
Yeah, Sony.
Spider-Man has.
But
Spider-Man has
Marvel and Sony have a deal where Marvel's been. So the next Spidey movie that
Well, they
comes out.
bought him for the
Homecoming.
Avengers, but they didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, can they put him in
Why
X-Men?
can't they just get their
No.
shit together and
No,
understand that they would
Right,
make
'cause
a
Marvel almost
billion
went-
This is
jillion
why-
dollars
Marvel
if they
almost
were
went
all
broke.
together?
This is why,
That's
because
why.
Marvel. So back in the '90s, like early 2000s, right? Like the comic book industry was like fucked. So Marvel said we're gonna sell off a shit ton of our characters. They sold off X-Men. They sold off Blade. They sold off a bunch of these properties, Spider-Man, etc. And then these other companies still have the rights to them, and the contracts basically say that you have to have a movie in production, in development at least, with these characters every year. And if that lapses, the character and the rights come back to us. This is why they're churning out so many of these movies.
That's why
So
we're
now-
gonna do Spider-Man every year.
So now with this
Ugh.
new Spider-Man movie though, that is actually that's like a combined effort between Marvel Studios and Sony.
Right.
Now,
Wait, is there another Spider-Man coming out now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
with
this
the guy from
Homecoming.
Civil War.
Avengers.
Civil War, yeah.
Oh,
Or-
okay.
yeah.
That
Now-
That's what I
The
mean.
young kid.
so what happened with the Fantastic Four movies is interesting though, because again,
Nothing that happened with the Fantastic
no, because
They're all dog shit, and the
They
new
are.
one's the worst. It is the worst offender. I did not think you could make a Fantastic Four movie worse than the two that they
Right.
made. I was fucking wrong.
so Paramount, whoever owns that, I can't remember. You know what Marvel did? Marvel shit canned the Fantastic Four comic book. It's no longer in existence.
Good. It's just
There are
done
no
that way.
more Fantastic Four action figures, nothing, because they don't want, whichever film company that is, I can't remember who, to make money off those characters in any capacity. They shit can the comic, a comic that's been around since what, the 50s?
Yeah.
60s? Which is interesting. Now, I want them to finally get their hooks into X-Men and Wolverine, because, let's be honest, those movies have kind of sucked lately.
Yeah, they had a couple
pull back.
okay ones, and that was about it.
Days of Future Past was fun.
It was all right.
Yeah, that one was pretty
I
good.
enjoyed that
I
one.
I heard the
really
most
like
I
recent
First
haven't seen
one was
Class.
not
Apocalypse
good.
yet.
First Class was
First
pretty
Class
good.
was great.
First Class was fine. I
like that
enjoyed
one.
First Class. I mean, I think the X-Men films are on an upward trajectory, although I hear Apocalypse takes a big step back. I hear Apocalypse is bad.
Bryan Singer needs to be fired. That's the problem. First Class was directed by Matthew Vaughn, completely different director,
But
completely different aesthetic.
Jennifer Lawrence, though.
So Logan,
Well, she needs to go too.
Ugh,
Terrible.
get out.
She
No,
does.
I would
Leave.
agree with you
Yeah, she does. She needs to go.
because she
She
doesn't.
needs to be nude.
She's fucking Katniss. That's
Yeah.
Katniss Everdeen.
She's-
I don't know.
She's
Well,
blue Katniss.
Tristan's
Love that
having a
chick.
hard time because he thinks she's hot.
Well,
And
I
that
No,
means
Tristan,
that- that's what he's
I
struggling
think
with.
she's done a fine job. I think they overused her because she
was
got,
the it girl
she got
for a while.
mega famous
Absolutely.
in the process of playing that character.
Yep.
And so I think, which one was it? Was it
Days of Future
it
Past,
was
probably.
Days of Future
No,
Past, where I
last
think it leaned too heavily on her.
Sure.
And the problem isn't her. The problem is that character's weak and confused. I think.
I
Mystique?
don't
What the
like.
fuck do I know?
I'm not a fan of actors that play one character.
Sure.
Like everything she's in that I've seen, she acts the same way.
I'd argue that's almost all of them.
Yeah.
I'd argue that's
Or
90% of actors.
But even
Have one character. You're not buying an actor. You're buying. A
Yeah.
Well,
character.
I
hold on,
fucking
hold on,
love
hold on.
Denzel. He
There's
plays
a
the same
few
fucking
guys-
character.
There's
in
a-
every
that was
movie.
going to be
He's
my
fucking
example.
awesome.
There's a few guys who can chameleon it.
And those
but
are the
they're
best
the
actors.
exception.
I would
not
say
the
that's
rule.
90% of like the top, like 90% of like those top like
They do one thing really
1%
well.
actors. Let's talk about Tom Cruise just for a second, and this is kind of a derail.
Ugh.
But a lot of people don't like
Tom
him,
Cruise. What's wrong with you?
right? But and he does. He plays the same type
Slap
of
the shit out of
character.
me.
I just hate
across
that
a lot of his
they
stuff.
had him as Jack Reacher.
A lot of people do. But did you see
I
that
don't
movie?
really care. I
Yeah.
love Jack Reacher.
Dude, that movie was amazing.
I've gone through 15 Jack Reacher books. I love that character. I love those books. I don't give a shit that he's short. Like he's
Dude,
fine.
I do.
He does a good job. He's intimidating. I think he's
That
great.
movie-
He's not. Like,
That movie is fantastic.
I
I'm
would-
sorry.
Best car chase the last 10 years.
Absolutely.
I think that
Yeah.
it's really well done. It's interesting and stuff. But I would let Tom Cruise punch me in the face. You
You should let any actor punch you in the face. You're a fucking beast.
Yeah, but he's 150 pounds soaking wet, and you want to have him talking all tough. It's just
Who would
it's-
you have play him?
I don't know. There's
That's my new question to people who keep asking about Jack Reacher. I mean,
It's kind of one of those
anyone
roles.
Yeah,
but that there are
okay. Pick one.
There are plenty of like
Challenge accepted.
like bigger actors. It doesn't have to be a big name guy. And like I like Tom Cruise as an actor, but I don't think he brings anything that spectacular to it.
I'm telling you, watch the first Jack Reacher movie. It's a
I did-
surprise.
I
You
did
did.
watch
I thought
it.
you said you didn't. Okay.
No. I haven't
Okay.
seen. Wait, is the other
The
one
next
out
one's
yet?
The
coming
new
out.
one's coming
I
out
think it's
like
a
moment,
couple
like
months
in a
now
couple
or something
days or
like
something
that.
like that. Yeah.
I liked it. It was all right, but still, the whole time I was like, I don't know. Maybe
Oh,
it's
yeah.
because of.
You're also not the
fight
average
training.
movie going.
Yeah,
You
that's-
want a
guy,
guy.
you know,
You want
yeah.
a guy who's physically intimidating to you.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's believable if, that's why like I always joke like I'll watch anything The Rock is in.
Do you watch
but-
Ballers?
No,
But
he's-
to me,
Ballers
I do
is
like
great.
Ballers.
Ballers is
is
great,
really
yeah.
good.
but to me, putting somebody like The Rock in that is
Well,
distracting.
Yeah, he wouldn't
I
he
guess
wouldn't
you
work
could go
for
with
that.
Tom
but,
Hardy. He
but
seems
Tom-
cliche at this point.
But
He's
see,
not that
Tom's
big.
kinda short.
that's
like-
my problem with Tom Hardy too. It's
He's
like
kind of small.
so it was
Jason
believable because he actually looks tough.
All 4 foot 11 inches of him.
He's really that short?
He's
I
not
don't-
that.
I
Yeah,
don't know, he's
none
not
of
that
these
tall.
guys
I
are
didn't know
that
that.
big.
He's
Look,
probably
none
like
of the
Well,
actors.
so
like
here-
5'8".
So Tom Cruise is probably about 5'6".
No, I'm not even
No,
sure
that's
he's
about
that
right. I
tall.
think
Okay.
he's
Tom
about
Tom
5'6",
Hardy's like
5'8", yeah.
5'8", 5'9".
Yep.
Jason Statham's like 5'10", 5'11".
Vince Vaughn.
I find
He's
I
like
find
6'4", isn't he? He's tall
Yeah,
as
I
he
think
shit.
is tall as
he's
shit,
even
yeah.
taller than that, I think. But I don't know. Some of those other guys, I guess, because Tom Cruise is small, but also looks small. Like Tom Hardy
Okay.
is a bigger guy for his height. Same thing with Jason Statham. Like you see Jason Statham do some of those fight scenes, I'm like, he looks like he could kick someone's ass.
Oh, he can. He's
Nope.
like a legit martial
Oh, yeah,
artist,
he is.
right? Like he's.
Yeah, he's got like black belts.
I mean,
in a
he's not.
few
Yeah, I
things.
mean, he's not like a. He's not like
True.
a fucking street fighter or something like that. But
Mhm.
he's.
So
he knows what he's doing.
So getting into that though, like I've read a lot of articles about how Tom Cruise gets into his roles. I'm gonna back it up to a movie called Collateral from Michael Mann, where apparently Cruise went out,
Yeah.
trained with Navy SEAls.
I liked Collateral.
I did
Fucking
too.
tight.
I
Learned.
just don't really like Jamie Foxx that much.
I don't either, but he learned how to handle weapons. He actually kind of got into this.
There were like
and-
some brutal shooting scenes, like just hardcore.
I agree.
So-
I should
Which
like
I
it
think
more
were
than-
pretty tight.
I should like it more than I do.
A lot of people
I have to
say
go
that-
feed the resident of
I was gonna say,
Meowschwitz
what
real
the
quick.
hell,
go
man?
ahead. We'll-
He's so angry.
So, who's so? That was my problem with Kingsman, or whatever it was, the Secret Society or whatever, Kingsman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kingsman
yeah.
was
I like
a lot
that.
of fun.
Yeah,
It
I
was
enjoyed it.
overhyped, I
enjoyable.
thought, but that kid would be a superstar action hero if he was fucking 6'1", 6'2". Clearly, he's like 5'9", like my height, maybe an inch taller. But let's like
They didn't do him any
Mikey's onto
favors the
something
way
here.
they shot it.
They didn't
Yeah.
do. But what was the next movie he was in? It was about that lame skier with Hugh Jackman.
Oh yeah, that was a weird
What?
movie. It was
Didn't
a
see it,
strange
but
choice.
Freddie something or other.
Yeah, yeah. It was about like an Olympic ski
Yeah.
long jumper. Or
Yeah,
whatever
based
it's
on a
called.
true
Yeah,
story.
Yeah.
Weird. I don't remember that one.
Some kid from like I don't know. I'm always waiting for that movie. It's like like the Jamaican bobsled team. It's like some
Oh yeah, Cool Running.
yeah, some fucking kid from like Egypt
Cool
is,
Runnings.
is like
They've been-
Olympic skier.
They've been trying to redo the Cool Runnings formula
Please,
for
God.
about 20 years now. They just haven't gotten it right.
Angels
yet.
in the outfield.
They're gonna reboot it
Fucking
soon.
tight. Got
They're
an
gonna
angel
reboot
with you.
Cool Runnings soon. It's happening.
I'd see that.
And Mecha Okafor and fucking.
Did you say Mecca Okafor?
Mecca
What is his
Okafor.
name?
That's a basketball player.
Mecca Okafor?
What's his name?
Who?
Imeja Okafor?
The
He's
basketball
he just
player
won
for
he won
UConn?
an Oscar. He's the guy in
Oh,
fucking
wait.
12 Years a Slave or whatever?
No.
What's his name?
Chiwetel
Yeah, okay,
Ejiofor.
Mecca okay, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
amazing that you pulled
Yeah,
a Mecca
nailed it.
Okafor though, who was like a college basketball player for UConn.
I'm not even imagining.
I think he had a pro career
I'm
too.
still thinking of a robotic guy.
Thank
Dude,
you.
what's his name?
Mecca Okafor.
Emeka Okafor is
Is
what I
it-
said.
No,
What's his
but-
actual name? Nobody actually knows his
Ejiofor.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I
It's
just-
Chiwetel
Imeja-
Is it
Ejiofor.
RoboCop?
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Yeah,
And
I
I
was
don't know if
close.
I'm pronouncing it right,
It's that close.
but you said
the guy
clearly.
from 12 Years a Slave.
Yes,
And
he was in
Who was
Serenity.
also a
He was also
robot.
the operative.
who's the guy from? He's got a show called Luther. He's in
Idris
a
Elba.
robot movie I love.
Idris Elba.
Yeah,
Idris
yeah,
Elba,
that guy's the man.
Denzel Washington.
He's gonna be the
And,
gunslinger in the Dark Tower movies.
I don't know. Tyrese Gibson. That'll be the new
Tyrese Gibson.
quadrilogy for the.
Is it going to be Bizarro
yeah, he'll be the egg.
Tyrese?
Tyrese Gibson will be the egg guy. That'll be him.
So has anybody watched Cage? That was, I mean, that's kind of been the hotness lately. The Marvel.
Yeah, we were talking about it a little bit on the last one.
Oh, were you? Okay.
Mikey's seen it. I haven't.
What
Yeah,
about
I watched the first 3 episodes.
I've almost finished it now. It's really well done.
What about
It is well
Westworld?
done.
Anyone yet?
Westworld's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's pretty dope after one episode.
It's a little early for you to say.
It's just
phenomenal.
it has
disagree.
a lot of potential. There's a lot of good actors in it.
Yes.
All
right,
They've set up
yes.
some interesting storylines. They did make me want more after the first episode. So I mean, it's HBO drama. I'm a fucking asshole. I'm gonna watch it and love it, regardless of whether it sucks or not.
I will say this: if
I'm
you
very-
haven't watched the original movie, go back and watch it.
Yeah, it's
because
good.
Really?
Yes, because
It's not gonna ruin it for me.
It doesn't matter that our levels are like blasting.
Yeah,
sometimes,
I'm-
yeah,
We're-
sometimes see how it
we're
jumps into
fucked.
the red there. Yeah,
We're clipping a little bit.
exactly.
Pull it down.
We can pull it down.
Pull it down, motherfucker.
Pull it down as a whole just a little bit, just to be safe.
Tuck it.
Just tuck in and turn around.
That's probably
I did enjoy the Westworld premiere. I was a big fan of the original movie. There has been some talk about how this actually might be a continuation of the original movie rather than a reinvention of it, which I thought
Talk.
was interesting.
But okay, all right, no, that's fair.
I will say this:
There's also beer back there if you want.
there were two
Beer,
movies.
that's a
There were
waste of
two
time.
movies in the World Series that Michael Crichton wrote. There was Westworld and then Future World. Watch Westworld. Future World's all right.
So in the
Michael
grand,
Crichton directed or wrote?
I believe he actually wrote and directed Westworld.
Welcome
I don't know about
Jurassic
Future
Park.
World.
Oh, but it's not a book. He wrote the
Nah,
script.
Yeah, it was a screenplay. You know what? I honestly don't know if it was a book or short story that he wrote, but I know that he was involved with the movies.
Crichton's so hit or miss.
He really is.
What do you have on your list there, Tristan? I know you had a list of topics, and we haven't touched upon any of them.
You've got 24 hours to take your own life. How do you do it?
Ooh, 24 hours. to
Sports
take
Bird is
my
first.
own life. Jesus.
wait, what?
You have 24 hours to take your own
Is
life.
this a hypothetical
do it?
or are you
This
threatening?
is
Yeah.
shit. Yeah. Or I'll kill you.
Death by
Damn
death
it.
by
I have
grabbing her right in the pussy.
mother in a cage.
Yeah.
Grab her in the pussy.
He's gonna grab you right in the pussy.
I will
Death
by-
not.
death
I will
by
do
Trump.
no such thing to Nancy.
I think. Oh, bringing the real names of my mother
I
into
didn't
things.
say her last
Goodness.
name. I thought that was better.
True, fair. I think that I would just go on a binge. If I knew I was going to kill myself, I would do just wild shit. I would find drugs. I would just do all drugs. I would probably just die of drug
I'm telling
alcohol
you, though,
overdose.
It's a bold move because I've been trying for better part of a decade, and it's
You think
not working.
You think you could overwhelm yourself to the point where
I could get pretty
I don't
close,
think
probably.
You could drink yourself to death.
No, I would definitely vomit. You're right. That would be too
Are you
challenging.
escaping this conversation?
He's
Is
like,
that
I
what
don't want
just
to kill
happened?
myself.
All right.
I mean, part of me, I'm not that like into like fucking adventure, but I feel maybe like death by like shooting squad, like death by cop, like just go out there and like do something crazy. But that's fucked up.
That might.
I don't
want
wanna
to
do that.
That might be hard to engineer. Too.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that really.
You're white. They're not going to shoot you.
True. Yeah,
Oh,
no, I don't
the
know.
truth is sad.
I don't know how I'd do it. It's really like I haven't thought about it. It's not something I think about
How did
doing.
we
So.
just- we are failing at segues.
No. It's cool. We've talked about. Somebody brought up.
We drone on about movies that nobody wants.
No,
to
we
talk
talked
about
about-
15 minutes.
we talked
I'm just
about-
Like, let's just change lanes.
Talked about living in this country, and like you were talking about Suicide Squad, and I mentioned killing yourself, and then Tristan was like, "Ooh, how would you kill yourself?"
Yeah, and I typed
that
it
was the
into my little
segue.
list. I was like,
and
I'm
so
curious.
it
I was
didn't
wondering how we
go on
jumped
at that
right
time.
there.
Yeah, no. So that was an interesting topic.
I changed it on the fly.
Maybe like try to drown myself somehow. I hear that's very serene. I don't know.
That sounds awful.
No, I mean all
That's-
ways of killing yourself sound terrible to me.
No,
But-
the two ways I wouldn't want to die:
Are, like,
any
drowning?
sort of asphyxiation or drowning, or being lit on fire.
I mean, maybe I just
I think drowning is really horrible until it's not so bad anymore. I think it's like it's a quick transition.
I don't know.
No, because
It's such a weird question. Because like if I knew I was gonna die and I had to kill myself, maybe I just have a rager and then just make it quick, like with a gun. I don't know.
Sure.
So
Yeah, I
is
mean, you
the-
got
I don't
24
know.
hours. I don't care how you do it.
So
Yeah.
is this the transition? Is this because of the whole election thing?
Well, we
Is
said
that why
election
we're
Suicide
asking this?
Squad, and then I said it makes you want to kill yourself. And Tristan said, "Ooh." He actually mentioned real quick, how would you kill yourself?
I just
He like thought about it. His brain is fucked up. He's got a twisted mind.
I thought it'd be interesting.
So how would you do it if you had
24 hours? Doesn't matter how it happens. You got to be dead by 10:30.
Maybe I'd just like
How do you
pay.
do it?
You could pay like somebody. You could pay like an anesthesiologist or something. Be like,
Well, you only got 24 hours.
Right,
Do you
you
know any anesthesiologists?
no, but if I
How many of those
On
can you
the-
talk to tomorrow? It's a Saturday.
I could talk to one probably. I could find one, I bet, and be like, I'll give you all the money I have in my bank account. Just
to kill me.
yeah,
But then your family gets to sue him. He's not gonna do that for
he might, or she might. Just be
$2,100 or whatever it is you have to your name.
21. Yeah, true. I don't know. What about you, Mikey? How would you do it?
I don't know. I like the go out in a blaze of glory.
Right, but I mean, Tristan brought up a good point. Like that would be difficult, especially now in today's times. Like they're not going to shoot you. They're gonna take every.
I think the Rager followed by
Like maybe you even have a countdown. You're like
gunshot
you like invite all your
is
friends out.
the
You're
way
like,
to go.
this is the last time I'm going to be alive. You motherfuckers come out and party with me. Tell me like. It'd be like a living like funeral. Be like, tell me.
Spend all night with people trying to tell you not to do it.
I think
though.
I'll just,
Of course.
like eat a sandwich and immediately go swimming right afterwards instead of
Then
waiting that.
you'll definitely die if you.
I'll just cramp up and drown. That's
Yeah.
just how.
If you eat, you better wait a half an hour.
Given my swimming ability, there's a
Yeah, that's true.
slight chance
I am a
that I
terrible
die
swimmer.
anyway.
So you didn't really come up with a good answer. But Tristan, what about you?
No, I'm telling you, the blaze
Blaze of Glory. You just like go try to like rob
Just
something
drink,
or like.
I'd
smoke
try
as
to-
much as you can.
Yeah. Well, that
I
would
don't know that. That's not a foolproof way. That's the problem.
no, but
That's hard.
I
Your
say
body
you,
rejects that
you
stuff.
do that. Hi, Caleb.
Hi, sorry. And then when you wake up with a hangover, you're like,
You're
oh,
like,
you know
I
what would make
failed.
this feel better? Actually kill myself.
Yeah. But
This is
so
one of the
you-
darkest
you
topics I've
start-
ever talked about on a
Just keep
podcast.
it
I
light,
like
keep
it.
it light.
I
So
like
you
it.
start with that, and then go right into. I try to make it mean something. Like I don't know, try to take out Donald Trump and go out in the
Nice.
blaze of glory that way.
That's a good.
Just go to the
plan.
next presidential debate and just blow up the stage.
It's hard in 24 hours though.
Yeah, and you would definitely get
Man,
pinned down before
Man,
before
yeah,
anything happened.
I'm gonna get flagged by the FBI. for
Right now,
even
we're
saying
already
that.
being flagged.
I think we're all pretty much on an NSA list. At this
Oh,
point
I've been
anyway,
on a
so,
watch list.
yeah.
It's cool.
all the dumb shit I say. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm being watched by every government agency.
Caleb, 24 hours to end it. How do you do it? Got to be dead by 10:30 tomorrow evening.
Are we talking about like what's my plan for the whole day, or is it just how?
No,
do I end it?
just how do you
I end
kill yourself? I don't really care what you want to do with your life.
it?
I would jerk off like a lot,
Like, so much.
like so many times.
make sure it's all out.
Furious
I don't
masturbation.
I don't want to waste any.
For like 23, there's 24 hours. I'm in the bathroom yanking, and my wife's like, "We don't even want to spend time with me." It's like, quiet, woman.
Like nah.
No,
I'm still wanking it.
honestly,
Shut up, I'm baiting.
I would probably do.
It's funny.
I would probably do like a Red Bull like capsule jump, like if I couldn't like engineer
You got to
like
be dead by 10:30 tomorrow night.
no, that's what I'm saying.
Just go
That's what I'm
skydiving.
saying.
Like I
Like,
just
I'm
showed
gonna
you
do
a
it without
picture
a
of your
parachute.
most loved ones locked in a chamber, and you got to be
And
dead
I
by
gotta-
10:30
okay.
tomorrow night. You can't engineer a Red Bull sky jump in 24 hours.
Not
Unless
with
you're-
that attitude.
Switzerland.
Not with that
unless
attitude,
you're
yeah.
way richer than I think you are.
Well, my finances are vast.
You should see
and
my portfolio. It's
should.
diversified.
It's quite no. Honestly, if I had to do that, I would probably just grab a bottle of like my favorite like small batch bourbon and just go like chill on a beach for a little bit and then just walk out. You know?
Oh, and try and drown yourself?
Yeah, not
We
try.
both said
I mean,
drown ourselves. It's
Like legit,
interesting.
like
You're
would.
both
Like I would
fucking
probably.
lunatics.
I don't think we
'cause that would be
could.
horrible.
I guess if you just keep swimming, I guess eventually you'll get to a point where you can't swim back.
If
Yeah,
I-
I guess
my
let's
point is,
do
like,
it.
And
if
then
I've had enough-
slowly die.
If I've had enough bourbon
Yeah, no,
or
it sounds awful. to me.
whatever I've got with me, and then at some point I just think, you know what, it's time.
I've heard from all my dead friends that
Yeah.
drowning is the best way to go. It's very peaceful, apparently, is from what I hear.
Been talking to John.
5 out of 5 dead people say that drowning is a great
I
way
mean,
to go.
if
Art-
I mean,
Art
like
Trump.
honestly,
Yeah,
it's like given like a
Trust
given like a 24 hours, I couldn't like go to like some sort of small town where the people were being threatened by warlords or I don't know, fucking know, bears or something and fight bears until I die.
That's true. I mean,
know
You
what
could
I
just
mean?
go to the
Like,
woods and try to fight some bears. That would be pretty tight.
I'm stealing Caleb.
Pretty fucking awesome.
I want to fight a bear.
Like literal
until I
bear
die.
fight. I would do a bear fight. Like I would do get drunk, and then just go try to fight a bear.
You could get to a bear in 24 hours.
You could
Oh,
get,
yeah.
you
There's
could
gotta
totally
be
get to a
zoos
bear
and
in
stuff.
24 hours.
Like,
Well,
No,
yeah, in like
like-
West Virginia, probably, right? I mean, there's
Yeah, there's
bears
gotta
and
be-
there's brown bears around
yeah,
here.
There's
you
gotta
could-
be
you could drive up
grizzlies
to
within,
you
like,
could
a few
upstate New
hours.
York. There's bears
yeah,
up
but
there.
you can't like.
Just like strap
like-
a stake to your belly.
There's no like bear tracker. That'd actually be really hard.
Bear
but
tracker.
if you could,
It's like Pokemon Go,
Get
but
Bear
for bears.
Grylls to like,
Bears.
be like, find me a bear. I need it to maul me to death, bro.
I gotta capture this Kodiak. Like, hold on a second.
I just had a really funny image in my head of just like a grizzly bear standing up and it just roars at Mikey as
And he, like,
hard as
walks
it
away.
can, and Mikey just throws like a hollow plastic Pokeball at the
Yeah.
bear's face and just pops him off the forehead.
Then the
Well,
bear,
just get
then
mauled to death.
Then the bear
yeah,
dies.
and then that's the
Mikey
end of
just
that.
slaps the bear
But
in the
that
face
seems-
and it walks off like it's scared.
Well, that might.
I've seen him do that at a bar to a
equally
human,
likely.
so it's
Equally
pretty
likely.
likely with a bear.
Oh
I
wait,
think.
isn't that how
Wait, you've
legend?
been there for one of those?
Oh yeah, you slapped the
He was
dude in
there
the
for
face.
for the
for
one,
the
my
one that I
favorite
saw,
one,
my
yeah.
favorite one. You were just like, keep on walking, like.
It was
Wait.
Mikey.
Okay.
It was. There was a guy who was getting a little too close to Mikey's sister, and
We were at a bar in Baltimore. It's funny
we
as
were at a
shit.
bar in Baltimore, and they.
It was only a matter of time before we got
This
there.
guy was just like looking at him wrong. Like I think
Mikey told him to
Looking
move
at his sister
along,
wrong.
and he
both
locked-
of them.
that-
He was like giving you a weird eye and
Was
giving
this
your
at
sister a weird eye.
Claudius?
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
Claudius.
and he locked eyes with you.
Well, what happened is I do remember this one because it was like he came over and tried to dance with my sister and my wife, and
Ooh, double win.
and I whatever because Chris, my wife throws up the best like Heisman Trophy worthy fucking stiff arm.
Yep.
She'll like keep dancing and then just stiff arm the fuck. I've seen her mush dudes in the face so bad. It's hilarious. But so she did that to this guy and just like mushed him out of the way and just kept her my wife and sister just kept dancing or whatever. And he's like, "Yeah, whatever, you fucking bitches." And I was like,
He just gives this guy a little open palm
well,
slap
that
to
was
the
the
face.
thing though. I was like, oh man, he's upset that he just got denied hard. He's like, what'd you say? And like starts coming at me.
Yeah, he didn't fight him. He just gave him a little
Yeah.
slap, and then Tristan, and then dude like tries to get all hard. He's like, "I'm gonna get my boys," and Tristan like pulls him to the side. He's like, "Bro, you don't want to do that. Like,
I said,
move along."
I got right up in his ear and I said, there are times in your life where you want to pick a fight, and there are times in your life where you want to walk away. This is one of those times.
The funny
Such a
thing is,
vivid
like a
moment.
month later, Dixon actually said almost the same thing to someone else. We were at
It's because you're fucking terrifying.
we were at
It's a good way.
You're a
to kind
goddamn
of phrase
monster.
Things. No, I mean, like
I did
it's
that guy.
seriously.
I did
like,
that guy a favor.
Yeah, he would
Oh, I
he
would've
would have been
murdered
dead.
him.
He would
But
be
let's
dead.
be honest. Like, if somebody's like, if you're like walking down the street one day, just like do whatever, and some dude comes up to you and goes, "Dude, there's some times in your life when you want to keep walking down this way, and sometimes when you're gonna turn around." Like, if that comes, I don't want to say like, context matters, but it does. But like,
yeah,
seriously, would you be like, maybe I shouldn't walk down
I
this way?
tried to- I tried-
Oh yeah, no,
Like,
he's trying to keep the peace, but it was hilarious though, because
No,
this guy.
I really wanted to see the guy get his balls
Yeah,
kicked
no,
out.
everyone wanted to see this
The
guy
girls
dead.
were all having a good time. I didn't want it to end with a brawl on the second floor of
they
Claudius.
it wouldn't have been a brawl.
It's some
It-
fucked up shit though. I've thought about a lot of my friends that have gotten in fights and like altercations,
And you
and like
back
you think
watched
about like
them?
this Ravens thing where the guy just got like some fan pushed some fan at a Ravens game. He's in like a coma
Yeah.
or some
yeah.
shit.
It
And like,
happens.
can you like that could happen to anyone? Like just pushing somebody and having them fall wrong. Like I had never thought about that
That-
really as a
yeah.
younger person,
That
but like that
happened
kind of
to-
shit
Yeah,
happens, and it's
it
like,
does.
oh man, that would have been
That's
fucked up.
what Christina's always worried. She's always worried not that I'll get in a fight and I'll get hurt. She's worried that I'll get in a fight, hurt someone else, and then they'll sue
Right,
us.
and it probably
Yep.
doesn't take much to like, if somebody falls accidentally. If I fell on the corner of that desk over there, I could
Yep.
fucking be,
Yeah.
ruin
that
my
actually
life.
happened to a friend of mine who he's actually bigger than I am. He's like 6'5", 6'4",
Mhm.
6'5", like I don't know,
Yeah.
like 250 or
'Cause
something
I
like
mean-
that. And a guy was like being inappropriate with his girl,
Mhm.
and he just pushed him.
Right, and
Didn't hit him or anything. The guy fell, hit his head, and was in a coma for like
yeah,
a
no,
month.
it's crazy.
And all of Baltimore was out for blood. Like,
Of course,
because the guy that was hurt
Baltimore, no.
was the guy that the guy that was hurt was a long time. He's like a lifer bartender in the city.
Oh yeah.
It's like a
you don't want to
45-year-old creeper dude. I've actually met him. He's friends with some of my
creepy
friends.
as fuck. I met him.
No, but I mean,
he
like,
touched my dick.
He's actually a really nice guy, but he's creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
Like I can absolutely see the situation playing out in my head where he got kind of inappropriate with my friend's girl,
Right.
and then just shoved him away, and he fell wrong, and everyone was up in arms, like it was they had their pitchforks and fucking torches out.
What do? You put that guy away? You put the guy who pushed him away for 6 months, a year, 5 years?
Yeah, I don't know.
What
It's
do you
crazy.
do?
It's a crazy
I
situation.
think he got
Well, wait.
I think he got house
But
arrest.
because I used to be like, yes, like I want to
'Cause
see
he-
my friends get in a fight. Like this would be awesome. And I'm like,
No.
he
now
went-
I'm a little bit older.
they put
Maybe
the
I
guy
should be marginally
my
smarter.
friend had to go on house arrest. They dropped most of the charges
Yeah.
Still,
because
just
it
crazy
wasn't
shit that can happen.
the other guy, the guy that was actually affected by it, wasn't interested in cause. He didn't want to press charges really or anything like that. Like I said,
He just knew it was bad.
That's
luck.
why you just
Yeah.
go to the open palm slap, and that's why that
No.
night.
All right, so here,
Slow.
that's the
That's
was-
actually
that
why
was-
you just
that
grab
was
him by the
phase
pussy.
one.
all right. So that's
Yeah, Fremont pussy, and then be done with
that's
them.
the problem with it though, is that
Yeah.
that's how I ended up slapping people.
Because
is
you
that-
killed a guy one time, you
Well-
realized you couldn't do that anymore.
Well, all right. So let's just this is going to be our approach to all the different altercations. I've been in.
Alleged
Allegedly.
altercations.
So
It's not allegedly. This
there
These are real
there
altercations.
was the
Actually
guy at Diamondback that he
There need to be reenactments.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tristan,
wait, can we get
stand
the-
up, show what happened, please.
we
No,
get
not
these
here. I mean,
anime-
just cut away and be like,
Can we get these animated like the Rick and Morty
Oh,
oh
wish.
god, that'd be
the
amazing.
court reporter thing? No, but so there was the for a long time it was like I didn't want to get in fights because I don't want to actually like hurt anybody.
Right.
But so I don't know when it happened, but I started slapping people. Like if somebody, because the problem is
Slapping is
nothing-
hilarious.
Nothing de-escalates the situation. Like,
Like
slapping
a
him
good
in the
slap.
face.
if so far when I am, it de-escalates the initial encounter. I'll say
That's
that.
true.
But anyway,
It's
so
not like the 50s where like someone's getting saucy with you, particularly if it's a woman. You can be like, ah, exactly the whole Eddie Murphy
That
thing.
noise.
Yeah, I didn't want to have to do that, baby.
Everybody's got a
that just
plan.
made me think of the flamboyant guy from Con Air.
Oh, yeah.
He's like,
Yeah. Dude, I love that movie. Such a shitty movie, but so
Every-
good.
Oh,
Everybody's got a plan until they get slapped in the face.
Sorry, Mikey, continue.
Great,
Sorry.
Mike
so-
Tyson.
I'll tell the Diamondback story, and then we can
We can talk about how Tristan's gonna
we
kill
can
himself.
regress on
And
all
then we
the
can-
other.
Yeah, we need to
So,
back up, man.
so the Diamondback story. Oh shit! I hit my mic. So the there was a guy that was
Mike's dipping low. You got to get up on it. Just
he
like-
was a
Jump
big
on
ass
it.
dude. He was I don't know, probably like 6 foot, but like 350 pounds.
okay.
And this guy is
Obese.
from what I understand, yeah, he was a big
It's
boy.
Diabetes.
He had quite a few donuts.
Systems are failing.
So he was out on the dance floor at Diamondback. I was working behind the bar,
Jesus.
and he apparently tried to sit on a chair and then fell off of said chair, stumbled into a bunch of people, and then tried to fight the people that he stumbled into.
Nice.
Good.
And they were
Solid.
girls.
Clearly, it's their
Fight
fault.
those
that you're
girls.
broke.
So this
Clearly.
350-pound dude had stumbled into a bunch of women and then tried to fight them. So I came around from behind the bar and was
It's my
just
strategy for hitting
I was at
girls,
the
actually.
edge. Yes.
I tried to do that.
fight. I found a fight I can win.
No, I still wouldn't win, but
So I stood on the edge of the dance floor just to make sure things didn't go awry. And then as soon as I got there, the guy comes up and gets in my face, and he's like,
did you like
"Yo, it was
Carlton
fucking,
him or
it was fucking you,
Jazzy
Oh,
Jeff,
Jazz.
Jazzy Jeff him out of the place?
That
I would always that would be funny as shit to see somebody actually get.
Oh, we've done that.
happens.
But the guy gets in my face, and then like up in my face, like touching against my cheek.
Just caressing your cheek,
Yeah, it was like a
dancing cheek to cheek.
Ah.
that starts another
Titanic
story, though,
music
'cause
came
I've
on.
actually done that to people.
Sorry.
The the guy, he gets up in my face. So I grab him by the face and just throw him away from me. And when I do that, he cocks back like he's going to throw a haymaker. And he starts to swing. And I was like,
Game over.
No.
and just like,
Game over, bro.
I had like just a quick, like, I'm like backing up and I'm just like, and just.
That was frightening. Just that noise that you made there. I'm terrified.
Let's examine the physics.
I've never heard a sound that
Let's
loud
break
before.
down
Adam's not going to be able to get hard again for a week.
Yeah.
We're going to break down
Totally-
the physics of Mikey's
Totally
punch.
flaccid.
He kept his wrist straight and drove with the elbow.
Yikes.
Gagoon.
That was impressive.
But so I just like caught the dude.
Or he's hard right now.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Maybe both. I don't know. A little fluctuating rapidly between the
I
two.
caught this dude, and to his credit, he was still upright. He wasn't there, but he was upright. And
He's concussed.
so
The
the
body
problem
was
concussed.
fine. The mind was elsewhere.
exactly. So I was like, holy shit! And my internal monologue was like, huh, he didn't go down. So yeah, so
This is Sparta! You're like,
but
I'm a
I
300
so I
kick to
threw
the
like
chest.
2 more, and right after I hit him, I was like, I definitely just broke my hand, and then walked right past him as he's standing there doing the Baltimore heroin lean, like,
It's
and
my hometown, bro.
Dixon actually had to. The only thing that stopped me was Dixon going like, Mikey, stop, and I was like, okay. And just stopped.
turned it off,
Immediately
yeah.
calmed down and was
Okay.
like, walked around the guy.
Cool, I'm
I
done
think
now.
it's really funny that the only thing that calmed Mikey down was Dixon's voice. No, Mikey.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
You're just like, okay.
He's like,
It's sad how many times Dixon and I have been the voice of reason in either's altercation.
Each other's
I'm
lives.
just imagining one of them has tunnel vision, and all of a sudden it's like, Dixon.
It's like slow motion.
He's like a
Don't do it. It's not worth
he's like the dog whisperer. Cesar, whatever the fuck his name
No.
is.
Melot, yeah.
He's like, okay.
What is it he does? Yeah.
That's what he does.
But so because of
Now-
that situation, I really did break my hand on this guy's face.
Now what I want animated is Mikey in a samurai sword fight with another guy, but it's just like the silhouettes, right? And Mikey sword fighting this guy, and he takes one final swipe at him, and then he walks away, and then Dixon is also there in a silhouette, and he says, Mikey, no, but it's already too late, and the guy's like top half
Afro
of his body,
samurai?
the guy's top half
Falls
of his
down.
body falls off the bottom half of his body. It's already too late. Dixon's damage has already been done.
I think we might be able
So-
to piece this together using some footage from Afro Samurai.
So aside from Mikey's greatest hits, how would you go out if you had 24 hours to?
Okay,
Sorry-
you haven't
sorry
answered
to
Oh,
yours.
I'd have
topics,
Mikey.
but
I'd have
yeah.
Mikey punch me in the face.
yeah. Now that I've seen that strong
Yeah.
thrust,
I'd look him in the eyes. I'd
Kill
be
me.
like, Mikey, I'm
Punch
gonna
me to death.
drink my
It's-
balls off for the next 24 hours.
And then I want you to
Your
punch me
job
for an hour
is
consecutively.
at
You just say,
11:15
Kid, it's
tomorrow
time
evening."
to go.
Yeah.
That sounds like the
That's
most
so-
painful
very
way to go.
romantic.
Because of
Very
situations
romantic.
like I just said, that's where a while ago, I don't even know, it was a number of years, I was like, in the moment of where somebody's trying to fight me, I slapped a guy. And
Allegedly.
allegedly.
you would have just slap Tristan to
It
death.
happened.
But anyway,
Allegedly.
so that's how it started. To this day, there have been at least 2 people that I have unintentionally slapped unconscious.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
So,
So you get the button.
The
It's the
open
button.
hand.
Yeah.
Open hand.
Yeah.
well,
slap is
that's what
actually
happened. Is like
devastating.
I went to slap, and actually the guy that I trained with, Larry Bogart, he talked about that all the time. It's like you can knock somebody out. You hit that sweet spot,
Yep.
Oh yeah.
and
The more you know.
dun-dun-dun-dun.
I like it.
About violence.
So
Yeah.
seriously,
The
if-
longer this episode goes on, the more we need to know an animator.
Yeah,
I would
Yeah.
have
right?
loved if that
I need to
rainbow
work on
star
that.
went over Adam's
You just
head.
like click a button and be like,
I could probably figure
Fight.
that out.
do it now.
But seriously though, if any of you are looking to learn how to fight, talk to Larry Bogart.
Don't talk to me.
He'll teach you to hurt some people real quick. But so there's been a couple incidents. Like we joke. There was one time at a Capitals game, and
That's
These-
no violence at Capitals games
Yeah.
ever.
Oh, there's been
You know, there's always.
Never.
but there's been a few incidents, but this one we joke it's called the slap heard around the Verizon Center, and it was like
I heard
So
it. I
this-
was there. I
I,
had
just,
season
I
tickets.
wasn't
guy-
even there, and I think I heard it.
I
Yeah.
definitely heard it.
this guy and his girlfriend were arguing with my friends, and I came over and was like trying to split up the situation initially, and then the girl gets in my face.
And then you
Yeah.
slapped her to
The-
death.
No, I did not hit her. The girl
Yeah.
girl
She
gets
fell
in my
down-
face.
She fell down 18 steps.
She did.
Yeah.
She
She's in
gone.
a coma to
She
this
gone.
day.
It's like,
She lost the baby.
but she, and she fell on a basket of puppies.
That you took it over the edge. You just did it.
We went there.
Yeah.
He's the one who decided to tell the story. I didn't make it fucking
Threw her
happen.
over.
Some
I just
say
put
you
the
can
spoiler
still hear
on it,
the
that's
slap.
all.
Spoiler
echoing.
alert.
It's like,
Baby heard that slap.
Yeah.
Yikes.
no, so
That's
this
fucked up.
so this guy, this couple is arguing with my friends.
All right, we're listening.
Yeah, continue.
Yeah, that was
So
amazing.
you made that noise, and I just saw the woman, this pregnant woman coming up the stairs because you slapped her so hard.
Wow.
Can we get back to the fact that I
God.
did not slap some pregnant woman that fell on some puppies?
Allegedly.
I looked at this woman and I said, if you grab me, because she kept pushing me,
Oh man.
and I said, if you grab me again,
I'm going to kill your
I'm knocking
boyfriend.
his ass out, pointing to her husband or whatever.
She was like, that's cool.
And she grabs onto my shirt,
Like,
You were just like,
and I slapped the shit out of this dude. He went like you would have thought he was doing limbo or something, because he went as close to being down to the ground without falling down. It was actually impressive on this guy's
he
part.
stayed up. He had good balance.
He did a full like
A Neo, like a Matrix
Oh,
situation.
yeah. Oh, he was dodging that bullet, except he definitely ate that bullet in the face.
Mikey slapped the one.
His hand is a metaphor. The bullet is it's his hand.
He popped all the way back up. It was a big incident, but that's the slap heard around the
Nice.
the Verizon Center. And
I'm
that's,
sure I was there. Probably was there.
Fantastic.
I'll,
I
I'll
heard it.
save some more slap stories for future
For future
podcasts.
podcasts.
Yeah.
All right.
There
I
are a
love
few.
slaps.
What was the next topic?
I don't even know.
What?
For the record, I would.
Suck a dick.
Since tomorrow is Saturday, I would take my motorcycle to the nearest dealer, take a cash trade-in value on it. I would use that cash to go onto Craigslist and buy the shittiest rat bike, street bike that I could find. I would accelerate it as fast as I could into an object as hard as I could
Wow.
find. That is how I
Really?
Now,
Just like into a wall.
Because here's my thing, though. I don't necessarily know if that would kill you.
It would.
Like,
150 miles an hour.
You'd be
yeah,
dead.
but here's
it
my
doesn't
No
matter
helmet.
what you're hitting. You're pretty much
No,
down.
but
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
like, okay, so if you drive into like a wall where there's no chance of you like the bike going one way and you going the other, I get that. But if you're just like driving down the road and you're like, hey, here's this tree, let's go. That front wheel is gonna connect before you do.
No, I'm gonna
And-
put it into the side of a mall or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what
He's
I'm
gonna go
try
epic.
to-
He's gonna go real
I
epic.
mean,
Into the side of a
what
mall.
You're like, I want to make the
What do
news.
you need to get to 150? Like half a mile.
Local
Like, there's
man
gotta
crashes
be-
into
there's
Dunkin'
gotta be, like,
Donuts,
a straight-
kills
There's
himself.
got to be like a straight half mile that leads into the side.
You
Leads into
better
the side
take
of like
out the
the
next
Owings Mills
presidential
Mall or
debate
something.
as well.
Yeah, I mean that's my plan for the
That's
record.
that's our. I think that's a
Consensus.
yeah.
That we just need
No
to-
matter how we die, it needs to involve taking out the presidential
It's really a
candidates.
1 hour timer because I've done like now 2.5 shots in an hour. It's unhealthy.
Not a good way to pour this.
Unhealthy. What are you talking about?
It's got vitamin C.
It's vitamins.
Vitamins.
It's good little half.
Aluminium.
Yes.
Vitamina
Hey,
Benjamin.
Jonathan
That's
Ives. Aluminium.
Showing my age there.
It's- I actually watched
Moving on
that
from
when it
suicide.
aired.
Moving on
What's
from slapping
else?
pregnant women and
You know
suicide.
what? I will.
Great topics. It's always a crowd
Moving on
pleaser.
from the time Mikey slapped a pregnant woman.
I will own up to
Oh
some of
my
the
God.
dumb things I've done. That has never happened.
Stop.
It was- you got to use the mic to do it. Like,
Getting into like Friday the 13th territory.
Okay,
there.
so
Kill, go, die. I mean, there's no logical.
no, I was gonna head into something. So I did want to have kind of a conversation. So
No.
as we've talked about,
Absolutely not.
you have bartended for a long time.
Mm.
Mikey tells me you have bartended as well.
About 8 years, yeah.
I go to a lot of bars and get drunk.
You go to a lot of bars.
So many bars, so much drunk.
The greatest bars. My friends say I have the greatest bars.
Yeah.
Bars and
So many bars.
Bars and bars.
I have
Kanye of bartenders.
I bartended for
The
a couple of
Trump of
years, but it was in a
bartenders.
very different kind of context. What I was curious about.
I'm sorry. How is there a different context?
Oh, I bartended at like family restaurants, like
Yeah.
like a Mexican joint. Like
They
a
had, like,
barbecue
regulars.
place,
It's still bartending.
I had some
dude.
late
It's-
night,
it's
you know,
still
clients.
bartending,
I've
yeah.
Wasn't
never,
like
I've never dealt
a
with
scene.
like 3 people deep screaming for shots and beer.
All
like
right,
it's
okay,
a different,
all right,
you know.
sure.
I didn't have that same
Lower
kind of,
pressure.
I gotcha.
yeah, it's lower pressure. I mean,
Well,
you know.
it's just different. Like
Yeah, no,
at,
yeah.
at
all right.
like at those type of places, it's a lot more like service bar. Like you're making a bunch of
Yeah.
bullshit fruit.
Yeah,
I
making
gotcha,
a lot of
okay.
drinks and serving a lot of food and like. And
The
then
pressure's
most of
still
your-
there. It's just a little different.
It's still, but it's still service. It's
Yeah,
still
yeah, I was
service
very
oriented.
busy.
Yeah,
I'm not
okay.
saying I was like, but it was a different kind of bartending. I never had. Well, I rarely had people shaking money at me to get me to make them drink.
Take off your
It
clothes.
happened, but not often. What I'm. So I wanted to ask you guys a
Make it
couple of questions
rain.
because this podcast is called Last Call. I guess it's sort of appropriate.
I mean, we did start it in a bar.
The most
True.
interesting thing I find, what is the thing that people do that they think is cool or that you like as a bartender, but fucking isn't?
Hold on. So they are trying to be cool.
They're
or-
trying to be cool, they're trying to help you out, but it turns out it's actually fucking obnoxious.
I got one. I can throw one
All
off
right,
the top of my
you
head
start off.
because I actually encounter this even to this day, and it's gonna give me a second to kind of hook this up and name drop. Drives me fucking crazy.
Jay-Z.
Yeah. No. People used to come into the bar that I used to work at and be like, I'm friends with the owner. Like that's gonna get them a fucking.
Go ahead and name drop because we'll. No, I mean,
Okay, so at Rocky Run, where I used to work, and Mikey worked there as well, people used to come in and say, I know Mike, who was the owner, Mike Donnelly, and
Right.
like that's gonna get you a fucking beer quicker. You know, I'm 3 people deep at the bar, and service bars going off like fucking crazy, and I don't have a service bartender. Don't come in here and fucking say, hey, you know what? You can come in and say, I know my wife, and literally like later, my wife would be like, fuck that guy. Even I do know him, but seriously, get your shit done. You know, you prioritize your kind of workflow in any job, particularly in bartending though. Don't sit there, and I encounter that in my career right now. People come in and say, hey, I need this project because this person wants it, and it's like I don't fucking care.
Right.
You know. And the great thing about bartending though is that literally, because I had been doing it for so long, honest to God, like 9 times out of 10, I could look at someone and be like, I know the owner. I've been working here for 8 years. I've never seen your ass. Period. So, like, either like 9 times out of 10, like you're trying to bullshit me
Well,
to
yeah,
get a drink.
But that's not a benefit for you. Like, does anyone do anything cool that they think is cool and is helping you out, but it isn't?
Well, I
really
mean, there is
like
an
that.
angle to that, right? Though, so this guy could possibly say, oh, you know, I was in your bar the other night and this bartender hooked me up or something like that.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is that most people that run businesses, let's be honest, are businessmen, and
they know a lot of people.
they know a lot of people.
Their whole job is networking and meeting more people. The fact that you know somebody means shit.
He wants you to buy shit at his restaurant.
What's-
/ bar.
Yeah.
What's the douchiest thing you've ever seen done at a bar as a bartender?
Christ.
We're gonna have to dedicate
That's
a
a
Yeah,
whole
a
podcast.
whole
to that.
podcast to this. Yeah, we really could.
We should.
What's
Sorry
get
to-
all
sorry
of
to
our
Beauregard.
guests-
your-
What's
Yeah, that
the
would
most
be interesting,
common
actually.
thing people do that irritates the shit out of you?
Oh shit.
Because I've done it, I'm sure.
I think everybody's done it, to be honest. with you.
I can tell you a bunch. So
No, you go. You do your.
all right. So one of them is when name dropping is definitely a big thing, or so and so makes my drinks a certain way.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
So I don't care how so and so makes a drink. I make a drink correctly.
Yeah.
If you don't like that, that's fine. Just let me know. I don't mind bending. So I've been at Nottingham's for a while.
Right.
I've noticed there's a lot of just like freelance drink making there. Like people request
That's a good way of putting it.
the dumbest shit. So I had a guy that a service bar asked for a was it? Honestly, I don't remember if it was old fashioned or Manhattan.
Okay.
Because, truth be told, I fuck that shit up every time. So just to make sure, I look it up.
Manhattans have vermouth, old fashions don't.
Yeah, I look it up every time to make sure I'm not crisscrossing any.
Right.
Hold the vermouth, add maraschino cherry juice.
As somebody that has been doing it for over a decade,
right? Yeah,
I
that's fine.
still check every time because I
you want to
worry
make
that
correct.
I'm going to mix
right.
it up.
No, that makes sense.
Every bartender has those recipes though that are old, tried and true, but you still just kind of trip on them.
Yeah, I'm just worried that I'm gonna fuck it up, and that's a drink. So old fashions and Manhattans, either you really do like those, and it's an important part of your drinking experience, or you're a fucking douchebag, and you're just like, I want a Manhattan, and you should go home and kill yourself because you don't fucking know what's in it. You don't know anything. I've had people that don't realize what the main ingredient is. And it's like, why are you even ordering
like,
this?
I don't like bourbon. I got this old fashioned. I don't get it. This tastes like shit.
Does this Cape Cod have vodka in it? Yeah. What
Oh,
the
jeez.
fuck? Like,
what about when people are like...
So this guy complained. He was like, I need more triple sec. And I was like,
bro, there's no triple sec in either of those drinks.
Yeah, I was like, what? Like I was legitimately confused. I've never heard that complaint before.
I don't think anybody's actually ever heard I need more triple sec before.
Yeah,
well, I would chug a bottle of triple sec right now if you had it. No, I wouldn't.
I've had.
I might. Oh, I would definitely vomit.
Diabetes.
Yeah.
Terrible.
But I think stuff like that, like expecting certain drinks to be a certain way, or requesting drinks that are actually a specialty cocktail for a certain bar.
Yeah,
right.
I hate that.
I had that happen also at Nottingham's.
Yeah.
I think just being in the Columbia area, you get a lot of bullshit.
Okay.
A lot. I mean, the amount of bullshit I've had to deal with in the past month compared to what I've done in the last 10 years is insane.
How mad do you guys get when they're like, oh, bartender's choice? Like, they're like, what's a good shot? And you're like, Jameson.
I gave up on that like 5 years ago.
You just give them Jameson. And they're like, I don't like this shit. And you're like, well, don't ask me what to give you. Like, I'm going to give you straight liquor.
What do you drink? I was like, Jameson,
drunk.
up. Fucking suck it up. Don't be a bitch.
Tristan's eyes lit up.
This is where I was gonna go with this next, though.
Oh, you gotta have two in your pocket. You gotta have like a really girly one and like a really manly one.
No,
you look like
I
a man.
that too.
Bourbon for you.
You do.
You look like a chick. Redheaded sluts for you.
It depends on how annoyed you are basically with this person. Because yes, if someone's like, what's your choice?
And ultimately, they're giving you money. You could be like, I'm going to give you this shot of Pappy Van Winkle. It's $200. Sorry about it.
If you ordered this, if the person,
by the way,
been
we can get that.
No shit.
Yeah.
Because I want it. We'll talk about it off air.
Oh yeah.
But let's be honest, like you do that. Like if I remember nights at Rocky Run, people would be like, "Give me 3 shots of whatever you want." You know what? You're getting real tequila because you're a fucking prick, and I don't have time for this shit. Like seriously, good old fashioned conquistador.
So Tristan has an opinion too. Like, what do you think they should be? Like I said, I think you should have a very girly.
Okay, so
you should have a girly and a manly
these,
shot.
So I think
in your
both of
pocket.
these two are coming at the perspective of somebody's wronged them before this.
Well, everyone has been. I'm sure everybody in the service industry has been wronged.
Fuck you.
We are paying money to have these services.
There's somebody who's coming to you who's paying money, who wants guidance on what it is they should drink, and fuck you for being this top shelf snob. Like, fuck you for asking me what shot. You should know what shot you want, you 22-year-old girl.
Here's the thing. I guarantee you, it's like every time
You're the goddamn expert.
We are, but here's the thing.
And we are the experts, and they will not listen to our opinion.
Not only that.
The moment they say, no, I don't want that, weapons free. Fuck them. I don't care.
But
I won't even say 99% of the time. I will say 100% of the time. If they ask what, what should I drink? If I suggest
You're just
something
like-
that I
You're something with high
If
alcohol
your answer
content
is
that'll get you
Jameson
drunk.
up, then yeah, I would probably agree with you that's probably not what they're coming to you for.
So what I've said for a long time is like, they're like, oh, what should I get? I was like, whatever you like. They're like, I don't know. I was like, you've never drank before? Like, everyone knows what
They
they
want some
to drink.
sort of suggestion, though.
If you,
They
well,
want
that's
you
the
to
thing.
guide them.
They don't want to think for
want
themselves
something
now.
interesting, creative.
There are
Wait, so-
thousands. There are thousands of combinations. Of,
Right, but I don't know
Pick
them.
One that's interesting.
No, but here's
but
the
I
thing.
guarantee
If-
you pick every interesting thing that's in the world, someone else doesn't think that's interesting. If you come to me with no qualifiers, like
Car bombs.
you're not giving any information
I
to
would give
start
those
out.
Yeah.
Like I've even started as like, do you want something sweet? Do you want something strong?
Yeah,
Okay,
break
see,
it
that's
down-
pretty good.
break
If you
it
break
down
it down
now,
like that, then yeah.
break it
And then
down.
I still don't know, then fuck them.
Even with that, most of the time they don't come to an agreement. So pretty much, if somebody comes up and they say they want, surprise me. If they've been an asshole in the past, I'll give them real tequila.
Oh, then fuck them. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not talking about the customer who's an
But if they've-
established
a
asshole.
regular who's
Fuck
a dick
that.
face.
If
Fuck
some like 21-year-old girl comes up and is like, oh, I want,
that. You just grab her.
I just want something, yeah, and I'll make
Sometimes.
something. So our bartending mantra is just liquor, make it red,
Yeah.
because
Just put a little grenadine in there, and it's
That's
perfect.
Or
actually
cranberry
a great
juice, and
idea.
it
I'm
because-
down with that.
nobody gives a shit. They
Yes.
want something that's sort of
Yes.
sweet and tastes good.
That is true.
So here's the other thing, though, that Mikey kind of tapped into this a little while ago. It depends on how things are approached, right? If I'm working a lunch shift and I've got 3 people in my bar and somebody comes up and says, "Hey, I'd like a drink, but I'm not sure what I want." You know what? I've got time to spare. Sure, let's talk about it. Let's move this along. We'll figure something out. If it's Friday night and it's 9:45 at night and I'm fucking 4 people deep, and you come up to me and say, I want something to drink, I know what it is, what's your suggestion? I don't have time for this shit, like, honestly, because there are 35 other people I could be waiting on right now that know exactly what they want, that I can get for them within 30 seconds to a minute and make that money and move on. So
why not have 3 drinks in your back pocket?
you should. No, this is exactly, you absolutely should.
Jameson,
And this
Jameson
is
Black, and
Mikey,
the
Matt,
other
those
variant
kind
of
of
Jameson.
everybody's kind of talked about. Yes, you always
Sorry,
have. I used to have a
I've-
cocktail in my pocket. It was basically lemonade, vodka, and Chambord. If somebody
Sounds
came up to me-
delightful.
I do lemonade, vodka, and Sprite, and grenadine.
Yeah, it sounds delicious.
So
That's-
if
Perfect.
somebody
that's the
comes
girl
up,
drink.
you
Crushed
can
it.
serve that as a shot. You can serve it in a martini glass. You can serve it on the rocks.
And you can
Bam.
pour that every time, but the like, oh, it's 9:30, I'm 4 people deep, I don't have time for this shit. That's not valid to me.
Why-
Fucking pick something, pour something, or get a new job.
Well, no, we're saying we'll pour it.
Yeah, we'll pour it, but
Right.
don't come back to us and say I don't like this. I don't
And
like
I don't
like
disagree with
lemonade.
you.
I don't like
Then fuck
lemonade.
those people.
Well,
Yeah,
you should.
absolutely.
We're not-
Yeah, like
That's what I've specialized in, is hating everybody that
Hating
comes
everyone.
to the bar, but still giving them the best service they'll get in the.
I would
in
say
the
that
area.
90%
That's-
of bartenders, that's actually their
Not
specialty.
As
That's
bartenders, do
100%
you
of customer
hate
service.
going to
I
other
would
bars?
say-
Do you hate going to bars, or do you?
I hate going to bars in the city because
Okay.
bartenders in the
Clientele?
city,
Wow.
there's like 80% of them are fucking terrible.
I'm
Okay.
gonna suggest something kind of radical here.
Tristan's going to suggest a pause.
Don't
a bathroom break and a continuation.
Don't grab them by the pussy.
we've
grab them
run
by
out
the
of-
asshole.
No, we've run out of the Jafar.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, let's do a 2
Are
hour.
we doing a 2-parter?
Oh, let's go.
So
We
break
can
real
do
quick.
this. We got like plenty more topics in that fucking phone. I know.
So let's break real quick. We'll all of us will fill up.
I don't know how you break on this system.
We could throw a pause on it
Yeah, let's talk
we can do
about it.
that.
Yeah.
and then flip it over and do it again.
Two-part?
Yeah, let's do that
Yeah.
two-parter. Sure.
Fuck
All
you
right.
guys. We're doing a 2-parter.
Dude,
It's Friday night.
your bartenders hate you.
Let's get weird.
By the way.
Are we doing the whole thing? Two
It's
two
fucking
parts?
annoying.
Are we doing a 2-hour episode?
Yeah, let's
Or we
break
could
it in
just
half?
end this one and then do another one. That way we're sure
Yeah.
that this is saved
We
and
can do
completely
two.
solid.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Hit pause and we'll
Yeah, let's just pause it.
get some new beers, get some drinks, and move on.
Ooh.
Wow. Look at that waveform. That is